Have you ever had one of those moments where you realize you should have started planning sooner? Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's a healthcare decision. Maybe it's one of those difficult conversations with your parents, your spouse, or your children that you've been avoiding. Or maybe something unexpected happened and suddenly you're thinking, how did I not know this? Why didn't anyone explain this? What am I supposed to do now? I've had those moments too. And what I've learned is that most of the time, what's causing the anxiety isn't a lack of intelligence, it's a lack of clarity. Hi, I'm Amy Schaefer, and this is Overwhelm to Order, because life doesn't come with an instruction manual. Most of us spend our lives figuring things out as we go. We guess in our 20s about money. We delay healthcare questions and decisions until something goes wrong. We put off difficult family conversations because they're uncomfortable. And all the while, we carry this low level of anxiety that we're missing something important. But most of the time, nothing's actually missing. What's missing is clarity. And that's what this channel is about. The goal isn't just to give you a bunch more information. We already live in a world overflowing with information. The goal is to slow things down enough that we can understand what matters and what doesn't, and what actually helps us to move forward in the questions that we need to be asking. A little bit about me. I've been married for almost 24 years. My husband and I have 3 adult children and 2 dogs. Professionally, I've spent nearly 25 years in medical sales. And before that, I was a local television news reporter, and I have a degree in broadcast journalism. Looking back, both careers have something very important in common. My job was to gather information, ask questions, learn quickly, and take complicated topics and make them easier to understand. So whether I was covering a breakthrough surgery, interviewing families, reporting on healthcare, or helping a healthcare professional understand new information, I was constantly learning and translating complexity into clarity. Recently, I took a career assessment that described me as a generalist. For years, I thought that meant I wasn't specialized enough. But now I see it differently. Being a generalist is actually my strength. I love learning about different topics. I love connecting ideas. And I'm willing to ask the questions that many people are thinking about, but don't always know how to ask. I am not here as a financial advisor, therapist, attorney, or healthcare expert. I'm here as someone who has spent a lifetime asking questions, gathering information, and helping people make sense of complicated topics. So who is this channel for? Well, maybe you're a young professional trying to understand benefits, insurance, retirement plans, and all the things nobody explained to you when you had your first job. Maybe you're a parent who's watching your children transition into adulthood and wondering how to support them without enabling them. Or maybe you're navigating aging parents, healthcare decisions, long-term care concerns, and conversations that you've been putting off because they're difficult. Well, wherever you are, my hope is that what we talk about here helps bring a little bit more structure, a little more confidence, and a little more clarity to the decisions in front of you. Maybe it inspires you to have a conversation that you've been avoiding. Maybe it helps you make a difficult decision. Maybe it encourages you to pick up the phone and ask a question that you've been putting off. Well, if it does, this channel will have served its purpose. Because if you've ever felt overwhelmed by a decision, confused by conflicting advice, or worried that you're missing something important, you're in the right place. And I hope you'll subscribe and join me as we move from overwhelm to order together. I'll see you in the next video.